So the question in this video is, did Joseph Kony foresee a future of land grab in Acholi? Well, recent tensions, as you really know, in Acholi land, as marked by threats of genocide by Balaalo herders, after Museveni's executive order number 2 raised the question, did Joseph Kony, during Juba peace talk negotiations, anticipate a grab on Acholi land? That is the question that we are raising in this video. Now, you should know the key elements of Joseph Kony's demand. The first one is Kony's land demand in Juba, 2006, 2008. At the Juba peace talks, 2006, 2008, Joseph Kony did insist on crucial land-related conditions. He demanded, first one, disbanding IDP camps and returning displaced Acholi to their ancestral lands. He also demanded a neutral special division in Uganda's High Court for LRA accountability. He demanded clear assurance that government forces would not occupy LRA designated assembly areas. His demands reflect deep concern about the post-war fate of Acholi land and people. Where I'm standing right now was the Army barrack. It's already our home in Patauton Council. However, Kony's fear wasn't about future Balaalo settlers. It was about preserving Acholi land rights and preventing state or military enforcement or encroachment. The second thing that you need to know is, today's Acholi land crisis and executive order number 2 is another phenomenon, but linked to that Juba peace talk. In June 2023, Museveni executive order number 3 demanded Balaalo others leave Acholi land, cancelling titles which they acquired. In June 2025, executive order number 2 demands Balaalo evicted in phases starting June the 25th, followed by audits of those claiming legitimate land purchase. Acholi leaders claim Balaalo acquired land through fraudulent means, and the community also supports it. GPS tricks, fake titles, and conversion of locals into laborers on their own land. There is also talk of rape and violence. The crisis has caused mass fear, with Acholi elders issuing genocide threats that came from the Balaalo, makes Acholi fear ethnic cleansing. The situation remains volatile, and military and administrative evictions continues, but not as steady as expected. Now, back to that question, could Kony have predicted this? Well, convergence of Kony's issue, Kony's resistance, Kony's insisting on returning IDPs and securing Acholi land, echoed through Juba. His unconditional demand for land rights showed deep awareness of post-war conflict vulnerabilities. Balaalo reality. The migration of the Balaalo herders into Acholi started only in the last decade after Kony had gone underground. Hence, any specific foresight of Balaalo-related land grabbing seems unlikely. However, Kony foresaw broader threats, state-driven or external incursions that could dilute Acholi land claims. The current crisis aligns with his warnings, if not his exact scenarios. Let me know what you think, whether the Balaalo are just being used by the state or it is their own intent. The fourth thing that you need to know is there are also bigger pictures in this. Like Actor concern. There are actor concerns on this. The 2006-8 Joseph Kony was to avoid post-war land loss, military takeover of Acholi, and loss of IDP land rights. Acholi leaders now prevent Balaalo exploitation of land via corrupt or deceptive land titles and schemes. Government of Museveni enforced national land regulation but risk backlash and ethnic conflict from the Balaalo who are raid hide onto the Acholi land, just like they already issued genocide threat. Kony's land demands at Juba were protective, tribal, and tied to Acholi identity, not opportunistic. The current Balaalo crisis indeed echoes some of his older fears, though the players and context differs. So we need to understand this properly. As a reminder, just after war is when the Balaalo started coming in. And Juba's peace talk is what Kony made some demands on the land. Now, in conclusion, Joseph Kony did foresee a future where Acholi would lose their land, demanding explicit protections during Juba peace talks. He could not have specifically anticipated the Balaalo influx, which started a few years later, but the pattern of external encroachment is very consistent. Today's crisis vindicates Kony's early warnings on the land security, even if the details have shifted. It doesn't take the fact away that a projection could have seen an ethnic group come in a form of economic activity, but with a broader intent of grabbing land using the vulnerability of the Acholi community who have suffered in the IDP camps during Joseph Kony's LRA war. You must remember that it is only Acholi civilians who died the most in Joseph Kony's war, not any other tribes. And neighboring tribes also died, but not to the number of Acholi, not even the army. And it is the civilian camps which were being attacked the most. Kony's legacy in Juba lives on ancestral land rights and protection from forced occupation or political displacement. And this remains critical. The current Balaalo-driven land grab crisis can be seen as a tragic realization of the concerns he raised. Understanding our land is still central to people, peace, and justice in Acholi would make you appreciate his vision despite his destructive history in Acholi land. Thank you.